Subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss an update from Zomato. Food bhi, content bhi.
Well, today I am meeting someone who started a career at the age of 19 as a model, moving on to South Indian film industry, and today she is working with all the Bollywood A-listers. She is an avid golfer and a health freak and undoubtedly has got the prettiest eyes. On this episode of Sunday Brunch with Zomato, I am meeting Rakul Preet Singh.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to have you on Sunday Brunch.
Likewise.
So how's it going, Rakul? Still in the cocoon due to the pandemic or back to the glitzy life?
Well, I just think we have to make do with the situation, and we can't really live in a cocoon. We just have to sort of be careful and take all the necessary precautions and follow the protocols, and life goes on, yeah. So I've been working in and out of the pandemic, so honestly, just hopeful that the theatre is open, but otherwise everything else, life's the same.
We'll talk about your films, but before that, I want to know about your journey. So from what I understand, you come from an army family.
That's right.
And how was it growing up? Strict schedules, lot of discipline?
Yes, I think discipline becomes a way of life, and I owe it to my dad for having whatever discipline I do have. I changed 10 schools while growing up. Though just my final high school was from an army school.
Right.
Otherwise, I was in convents wherever, different schools. So yeah, it's just beautiful because I think it just gives you so much exposure to different cultures, different people, languages.
और मैंने सुना है कि दिल्ली वालों के दिल से दिल्ली निकालना थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
पर मुझ में वो दिल्ली आई नहीं ना, क्योंकि
अच्छा,
मैं
नहीं
हाई
आई.
स्कूल में पहुंची थी, तो मुझसे एक्चुअली मुझे बोलना नहीं चाहिए, बट जो बहुत ज़्यादा दिल्ली होता है ना, I'm like मैं ये वाला दिल्ली नहीं हूँ, मैं फौजी हूँ.
Okay, but you've spent a lot of years now in South because of your films.
Yeah.
Of course, here as well in Mumbai because of
Yeah.
Bollywood films and Delhi. खाना आपको कहाँ का पसंद है?
I'm a very clean eater.
Right.
I do not like junk food.
Okay.
And that also comes from the fact that, while we were growing up, we were not exposed to too much junk food. Dad was very particular कि you have to have a good, nice, balanced breakfast, lunch. There was nothing that we were allowed to say no to. But otherwise, I like sushi.
Oh, you like sushi?
Yeah.
Okay. But आज हम आपके लिए काफ़ी healthy and nutritious food लाए हैं.
My favorite pastime is to keep checking menus of healthy restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so since you love healthy food, we've got some honestly healthy food from Shante Spa Cuisine, which is based out of Khar. So,
I know of it. This is in Hyderabad as well.
oh, is it?
Yeah. Pune, Hyderabad.
Yeah. What I have in front of me is oven roasted salt pepper yam. Wow, looks delicious. And this is char grilled yellow squash bharta. What is it exactly?
It's kaddu ka bharta.
Okay.
So I make लौकी का भरता at home.
हाँ, मतलब इतना उन्होंने fancy नाम दिया है. You just made it very simple.
Yeah,
कद्दू
का भरता. So I make लौकी का भरता at home.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, which tastes amazing.
अच्छा.
Because I know a few people who don't like लौकी.
Yeah, I don't.
So everybody who doesn't like Loki, I have actually given them that and said just try. I'm going to tell you what it is after, and nobody's been able to tell. It tastes like बैंगन का भरता.
Wow. And since you said that you like sushi, there is spiced uramaki roll as well.
Wow. I think I'm quite sorted for the day. I'm so excited to eat food. Clean food just gives me a high. I feel so happy when I eat good, healthy, innovative recipes and clean food.
So even though you eat a lot of healthy food, you clearly come across as a foodie. So we are going to play a fun game with you.
I'm a full foodie, yes.
Yeah, okay. It's called Eat or Meet Up, just presented by Zomato. Few questions here, okay. Firstly, we'd like to know what are your taste buds like? Okay. Pav bhaji or paranthas?
Paratha.
Okay. Vada pav or momos?
None.
No.
I have never eaten a proper. I've eaten vada pav maybe once in my life. Just the thought of it now, मुझसे खाया नहीं जाता.
Really?
Yeah.
अच्छा.
मैदा और आलू में एक साथ अपने पेट में नहीं डाल सकता. So maybe dim sums over momos.
Okay. Bhel puri या मक्के दी रोटी और सरसों दा साग?
Both.
Both. Okay. What's Rakul's favorite cheat meal? Treat meal.
I don't call. I mean, I eat biryani very regularly if it's homemade, so it's
Okay.
not a cheat meal. That is one. I would see, for me, cheat meal is I want to eat more quantity of healthy food.
Okay.
Because my appetite is huge, but you know,
Right.
obviously you can't. पेट नहीं पाल सकते उतना ज़्यादा.
Okay. Favorite dessert?
Chocolate. Anything made with chocolate, like cakes, like that brownie. You know, anything which is made with chocolates.
Okay. Is there any dish that you ordered or had the most in the year 2021?
There's just healthy pizzas that you get.
Yeah.
Which are made on amaranth base,
Yeah.
you know, loaded with veggies and goodness and vegan cheese and all of that. So I think that.
Okay. Tell me the biggest foodie you know in the film industry.
Arjun loves food.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arjun
Kapoor.
Kapoor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one dish that you could swap between Mumbai and Delhi.
Any day Golgappas.
Oh.
Because Delhi is, now that's where I'm a Delhiite. Because Delhi is Golgappas and Mumbai is Pani Puri, and it's
Okay.
not Pani Puri. It is supposed to be Golgappas.
Well, knowing all the healthy food that you eat, it doesn't come as a surprise that you've been quite an athlete. I believe you've been into golf as well as
Yeah.
karate.
I mean, that was when I was a kid.
Okay.
But we've always been into a lot of outdoor activities or sports, you know, while our growing up years, because it was very important for my father to make sure that we're out every day. Whether it's swimming, it's tennis, it's karate, or it's, you know, skating or badminton, whatever it is, or golf, which we
Yeah.
took seriously as we were growing up. Every sport he's, you know, put us in, and my mom used to say that you should be a jack of all and master of one.
Okay.
So that's what she followed.
Okay. So what was your master of one then?
I guess golf, you
Golf,
know,
okay.
because we really, me and my brother really loved golf, and I started golf when I was in 6th grade, and he was in 3rd, and you know, I used to play nationals in my high school.
Wow.
And then I knew that that's not something I want to do as a profession.
Yeah.
So I still social golf. Because I was black and white, I was tanned.
Yeah.
So I knew I wanted to start modeling.
Okay.
So right after my 12th, I started modeling, and which is why I quit professional golfing.
Right.
But yeah, golf is something I love.
In fact, that's what I was coming to. How did the transition really happen? How did you decide to get into modeling or eventually into films as well?
I guess destiny has a huge role to play in that. You know, I always somewhere wanted to give a try at modeling. You know, actually more than modeling, I didn't know anything else but Miss India.
Right.
You know, as you're growing
Yeah.
up, you only know Miss India, Miss India. So, you know, my mom was the one who actually told me once that you're tall and confident, and why don't you give it a try? And at that time I was tomboyish, which I still partly am. So I said, no, you know, I don't think I can do it. And, you know, she just put that in my head. And
Yeah.
then I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. So I started modeling after 12th. Because that's the basic route that you know. You know, while I was in Delhi, I was doing my mathematics graduation, and while I was studying, I also started modeling. And then from there, in my final year of college, I went for Miss India, and then after my college, I moved to Bombay. So that's how. So it was a very organic process, and I think even then, I gave myself 2 years, and I said that if it works, great. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, I'm going to fall back on my studies, because I was a good student.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess things just worked out, and that's destiny.
Yeah, and I believe you were still studying when you ventured into the space of modeling and
Yeah.
entertainment.
I was right after my 12th I started. So I'm a maths graduate. So I was studying in Jesus and Mary College. While I was still working full time, literally all the teachers used to hate me for because the sister-run college, and they used to think, oh my God, you know, modeling and you know this is not, you're not going to be able to score well. But then I used to score well, so that kept them from still liking me a little bit.
And I believe your parents were very supportive throughout. Your mother has been a teacher who quit her job to, you know, travel around with you. Is that true?
Yes. In fact, both my parents have been very supportive. You know, when we used to play golf, my dad used to go with us. When my brother started playing professionals, they used to go for tournaments with him and with me. And my mom used to actually at a point even help us caddy, because you know, when you're in the forces, you can't really spend thousands and thousands every day on golf, which is an expensive sport. But they always wanted us to do things that we want to do. And then when I started modeling, she would travel with me. The first 4-5 years of my career, even when I was working in films, till about the last 3-4 years, she used to travel with me everywhere, every shoot, which is why she decided to give up her job and, you know, travel with me. And I think, I mean, I don't think I would have done iota of the work without their support.
Right. You know, we've known of so many Bollywood actors who are actually from the army background, be it Priyanka Chopra, Anushka Sharma. Did you have any inspiration, Rakul? Was there anybody who you would look up to just when you were starting off?
I think when I was starting off, it was definitely Priyanka.
Okay.
You know, because I think she's a power woman. You know, the way she has created a name for herself globally and has put India on the international map when it comes to, you know, the Indian films or just the personality that she is. Very inspiring. And I also was always very fond of Anushka Sharma. And I still am, you know, very fond of both of them actually. I think she's so real and so relatable. I really connect with her as well.
Okay, let's talk about travel.
Yes.
Do you like to travel? And I know
I do.
Growing up, you've traveled so much all across India.
Yeah, that wasn't a choice. We had to still pack our bags and change schools and, you know, keep traveling. But I do like to travel. And you invariably end up traveling a lot when you're shooting, because, you know, you're shooting in all kinds of different places. But when I do have the time, I do like to travel, and I'm a beach person. So generally, it's the beaches.
Okay, all right. Any fond memories? Have you ever done solo travel?
I'm not a solo travel person.
No.
Okay. I have thought of it. I know I have a lot of friends who solo travel, but I'm not a solo travel person. You know, I can have one person with me and travel, but solo's too boring.
Okay, and what about adventure? Do you have an adventurous streak to yourself?
I love adventure. I am a complete adventure freak. I have skydived, I've bungee jumped, I've scuba dived, I've done rafting, so I've done all of that. And in fact, I am doing a scuba instruction course soon, just, you know, just as a license, the things to do list.
Wow, okay. Now that you tell me what all you have done, we are going to play a fun game.
Okay.
It's called Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the first question. Never have I ever signed a film that I knew wouldn't work. Okay.
I think we all have at some point.
Sneaked into a co-star's vanity van.
Why would you do that?
Okay. Never have I ever had a crush on a co-star. Okay. Left a shoot midway.
No.
Okay. Praised a film without watching it. Been late to a film set.
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Yeah, and I can vouch for it. Guys, today also Rakul was bang on time.
No, I was 3 minutes late and I was updating that it's the elevator that is taking 3-4 minutes because I start panicking. So I have an OCD of time.
3 minutes is not late.
For my standards, it's late.
Okay. Never have I ever been drunk on a shoot.
I don't drink, so.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wonderfully played this game as well. Let's talk about your films then. Lots lined up in the pipeline. 2022 seems to be your year. But let's talk about the film that has actually got a very intriguing title, Chhatriwali, Condom Tester. What is it all about?
So, Chhatriwali, in Chhatriwali, I play a quality control head of a condom company. and Condom Factory rather. And it's a very slice of life family film, you know, a story of this girl from a small town who ends up doing this job without realizing or giving importance to it. Actually, in the beginning, even she's kind of ashamed of what she's doing.
Right.
And how she comes into realizing the importance of the conversation that needs to begin in the society.
Right.
And then it's treated in a very light-hearted, non-preachy way. So I had a lot of fun shooting for the films. Then the other films are, there's Runway 34, which is with Amit Ji, and Ajay Sir's directed it. So that comes out in April as of now. There's Dr. G with Ayushmann, which comes out in June. There's Thank God with Sid Malhotra, which is in July. Then there's a film with Akshay Sir, which should be also around the same period. And then there's Chhatriwali.
Wow, that's a great lineup.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this lineup to start coming out, to be honest, right now. I am just like waiting with my energies just stored, like, aa jao yaar abhi.
But another interesting thing which you're doing with your brother, a new app called Starring You, which comes across as a LinkedIn for everyone in the entertainment industry.
That's right. So we just thought, why not bridge that gap between so many aspiring people who want to be not just an actor but want to have a profession in the film industry, which could be in so many different roles, like, you know, from being a director to an executive producer to a costume stylist, hairstylist, you know, there's just so many different positions in the industry. So yeah, that was our motto, to sort of bridge that gap, to help people realize their dreams, to sort of give them a platform where they can reach out to the right people.
Yeah, well, I'm really enjoying this conversation with you, but I'm also keeping you away from food.
No, I'm eating.
Rakul, it's been wonderful chatting with you and sharing this healthy meal with you. I'm taking notes and got a lot of tips from you.
Thank you. And I hope you're not getting bored with the healthy food, because I was like, only healthy food.
No, definitely not at all. It's all good.
Yeah.